Hey guys, how's it going? I'm getting a pretty good response to my engine build series here, which is good. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Haven't seen any new subscribers from it yet, but it might be, and it just might be slow coming. But here's what I like. I like boxes. I like boxes. We got, well, I guess I should have checked it before we left. Let's see what we got here. Just a stalker. Yep, stalker. Cool. And then the oil pan. So we should be able to button a lot of this motor up today, I do believe, as long as everything goes good and I don't get any more trouble. Yeah, I got in trouble. I asked the wife yesterday when she was leaving work if it's okay if I go back out and work at the shop tonight. Yeah. We ate supper, stayed with her for a while. And I asked her again, is it okay? Yeah. I got home. I got in trouble. I guess I had a time limit to be out here last night, but she didn't say anything, so well, she said something, but she didn't tell me at the time that, yeah. Oh, well, so can't win them all, can I? So, but yep, now we got the timing chain. So, today's video, so I can remember what to name it, is going to be the timing chain and gear install, lifters, rocker arms, oil pan, and the intake. I'm still trying to decide on what I'm going to do there. It's like I pointed out, it really needs to be fixed. Especially that corner, I don't like that. The front one's not too bad, but oh shoot, that's what I forgot. I always manage to forget something. I wanted to get my step ladder because I need to get up in the attic out here and get something. But well, I guess I'll quit yakking and get you guys set up, and we'll start assembling. So, alright, this will be part 6 we're working on now. There's my chair. Good thing I didn't look before I sat down, otherwise you guys would have had a hell of a laugh, because I wouldn't have had anything to sit on. So, I guess, here we go. Let's do part 6 and see where we end up today. I guess before I get too carried away, we better open this up and make sure it is the right pan, because you guys know how my luck goes. So we'll see what we got. It just says one oil pan. So well, looking good so far. Really? Ooh, pretty. Almost gonna be ashamed to paint this. Guess I could leave it black and blue, huh? Wow, look at there, guys. That is a pretty looking pan. Hell, I almost don't want to use a used one anymore. Well, that is the correct pan, so I guess I'll get set up and we'll go ahead and proceed here, guys. Alright. Well, here we go today. I gotta get this gear off of here first. So I'm using my little puller I bought. It's supposed to be for this. There she moved. Usually I just smack these gears with a chisel and split them, but just kind of for the little nostalgia thing. I've got the upper gear and chain yet. But I'm gonna maybe hang them on the wall as a reminder of my 32,000 mile car. Pretty sure that's what that car only had on it. Alright. So that's off. Okay. I don't know if anybody remembers how I put my gears on from that van I done, but yes, there's a little crud down in here. Alright. Well, I'll get out my little setup that I do, and we'll get the new gear. Okay. Oh, there it is. Boy, that's hard to see. I was like, I think they forgot to mark the dang thing. Is it showing up there? Where, yeah, I think it's... Yeah, right there's the timing mark. Boy. Make sure it matches. Yep, matches the same tooth. Oh man. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's how little of wear was on this chain. So, anyway. Alright. I was a little worried about, oh, they forgot to mark it. Okay. Alright, we'll get that set up and we'll get that on. Well, hopefully I can get this all in the shot. I'm gonna, usually I hang this off a wire, but we're gonna sit here. And if the heat gun here don't work, I got my bottle torch, I guess I could do, but take the heat gun, heat her up, and then hopefully I can get it to slide all the way on first try. Used to hang it on a wire in front of my space heater, and I don't have a space heater and I don't need any heat today. And I see one of you guys are interested in a pair of my old embossed Chevy valve covers, so it's just getting warm. The oil's starting to cook off it. The oil's running now. Wow. Looked like it was clean. It's wet. And it's brown. They must have dunked it in oil after. So I don't have so far to reach. Because I prefer it when it slides all the way on. Well, I'm really amazed. I don't know if you guys can see that, the amount of oil that's coming out of this. Or shipping oil or whatever it was. So it's starting to get a little smoke coming off it, so we're still seeing it. Picking up the smoke, but I didn't see it. Sorry. Yeah. Come on. Oh, really? Come on. What the heck? What was that? This second here. That didn't go. I don't know where that thing is. Don't want to slide on the greatest. Again, it just proves sometimes things don't go like you plan. Now I gotta have her hot because. Come on. Darn it. I know I probably lost it. There, we got it. Hopefully you guys got to see that, but we got her. Woofta. I was getting a little worried there for a second. Okay. You over there so you don't start any fires. Put you up there. And wipe up this mess here. Alright. Okay. Well, time marks up. I know the piston is up. That's, well, we'll do it again to make sure. Seems to be off now. And you guys are going, be off now, you're always off. Okay. Put my finger over the hole. Why? You plug that spark plug, it gets hard to turn. So. Okay. There is the mark. There is the timing mark. Now, this is where some guys get confused. If I put the timing mark where it's 180 off and drop the distributor in, Well, it looks to be 180 off. Or you can go mark to mark. And you know what? It's been so long since I've done it, I don't remember which way. I finally figured out, after all the motors I put together, which way I was really supposed to have this going, because you got a 50-50 chance every time I drop the distributor in. I'm either 180 off or right on. So that's no big deal. Whoa, I don't want you out that far. Stay right there. So we'll just go dot to dot. For right now, to start it. So, because this thing will be rolled over many a time now before it's ready to run. Oh, so far I got it first try. Okay, I'll just use that one to pull it onto the cam. Holes. And out of all the motors I've done over the years, I've never put Loctite on these. Hey, no slack now. I don't think the other one had much slack either. Okay. Okay. Find this. If I remember correctly now, I should be able to drop the distributor in. I'd be right on. Yep. Anyway. Okay. Alright, now I'll get out the torque wrench, torque those, make sure they're right. And at this time now you want to make sure your oil galley plugs are in and not missing. And we're actually ready to put the timing cover on this thing. Yeah! So I guess I don't mind putting the timing cover on because there's nothing really, no reason for that to be open anymore. So, alright. Alrighty. Let's see. That's going to mess with you guys. Where can I spin you? Okay, we'll go over here and do that. What I'm going to show you. Got this to drive the seal down into there. Better wipe this down, it's dirty. It's a bearing race driver I got. So let's see, I'll swing you guys. Got stuff in the way. Okay, over here. See me? Oh yeah. Drive her on in. There's no way that can get in there all the way. Is is it? Huh. I guess it very well could be. That's well, yes. Yeah, it's all the way in there. Okay. Yeah. That went simple. Okay. That's what I forgot to get. Normal ATV. Let's see. There's a sealed bag. Let's see. If you guys see the valve covers, I went ahead and painted them yesterday. The inside's not rusty. There wasn't no holes in that, so I guess. I know not everybody has tools like I did. Another way you can do that seal is a flat piece of metal or so. Okay, what I like doing with this, and some guys just believe in hogging this stuff out. Well, you don't need a lot of it. I just basically want to go around and wet it. Come on. Really? You're gonna fight me today. Fine. If you're gonna fight me, I gotta fight back for you. Okay. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to be in my way, but yeah, it is. That nozzle's a good idea, but it's not working too good right now. Let's see. Blow this crap into a box. See if that, whoa. See if that helps now. Blow the air back through it and oh yeah, that made a big difference. Squirrely little bastard. On there, so and actually I've got too much on there, so I'll just take my finger and you just want the surface wet. I don't. Boy, I got plenty there. Fingers clean, don't they? And off camera I cleaned up the bolts and that. So should not make a difference which way that gasket goes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now spread it around on. Oops, you ain't even see what I'm doing here. Just what the. Yeah, funny to tell you what, thinking about this. One time one of our race motors got claimed, and the guy that claimed it thought he was funny. He took it home apart, took it apart, we know that. He took it apart seeing what did they do? And know what he used for sealant when he put it back together, guys? You're gonna laugh at this. He used GSL window caulking for your house to put the oil pan back on. They had so much of that shit on there. Oh my god. That was nasty. I mean, it was flaking off into the oil pan, and yeah, it was not good. I always joked and said if that motor would have ran a couple more laps, it wouldn't have been around, because the GSL got into the oil pump and was starting to plug it up. But yep, that clear window caulking for your house is what they put the pan back on with. And yeah, that was interesting. And since my harmonic balancer, I'll show that to you too, but I'll say something now. Let's see. It doesn't have a bad groove in it, and as you can see by the way the seal's on, the seal's in a different position, so it's going to rub on a new spot on the harmonic balancer. Oh, and then if anybody's going, oh, you forgot to torque them. No, I didn't. That was done. Done. Now. Okay, it's wife. I'll be back. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was the wife, so I thought I better take that one. I was in the doghouse enough for last night, so. So I was talking to her. I had to finish tightening the bolts. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, what's the next step? I think it's time to roll this thing upside down and we put our new oil pan on. So, come on. Gotta get my pin out. Because I gotta tighten this. Oh, you guys really can't. Well, you will see here in a second. Alright, well, here goes. Ugh. Come on, baby. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did, because if it takes a few days, I just don't want to. And don't worry, I have done the WD-40 all over motors before, so a little WD-40 on there, and now I guess I could shut the camera off and then get I'll get the oil pan out, blow it out, and make sure wipe it down and make sure it's clean, and then we'll get that, make sure that's set where I want it now. So, alright, be back. Sorry, I forgot to show it sitting there, make it sit down, but, well, I'm glad I got the farm here, and they come out in the county and try what they're doing right now. Haven't figured out what town it is, but they are going around, and anybody that's got vehicles sitting there, they are taking them, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So, no. Hopefully I hit the record button. Let's see. Oh crap! I took that one home. Oh, get my little flashlight here. And I like setting this without setting that in the oil pan pickup. The oil pickup. Come on, come on, ice. Really? Oh, there it is. That is, according to this pan, too low. So, it's right on the bottom of the pan, so. There I am, ½ inch off the bottom of the pan now, so, and that's where I want it to be. Okay, so just a little mental recheck here. That's torqued, that's torqued, those are torqued, the rods have been torqued, the mains have been torqued. Not much else we can do inside there, so now let's see how good their oil pan gaskets are. Because sometimes I've had oil pan gaskets come and they didn't fit, which I've got plenty more around here, but yep, that one looks good. Now, that's intake, exhaust, and velcro. Okay. There's your thick one for up front. Ooh, yeah. Okay. And then here's the one for the back. And this one should be that side. Okay. Looking good for that so far. Now, I'll make sure this oil pan fits that. Okay, it does touch it. Alright. So, okay. Again here, just a very little bit of silicone. That's what I do. And you want to make sure you get a good gob there. Again, I clean the bolts up off camera, so it don't take an ungodly amount of this stuff to okay. A good glob there. And this goes in before the rubber. It does. That sounded bad, I know. Okay. Okay. Side. Lay that there. Lay that there. Okay. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Not right now. Really? That can't be. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'll show you what the problem is here. One gasket was cut correctly. One gasket's incorrectly cut. Dang it. See that? It's cut way too damn short. Son of a beehive. Well, I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I got another one of them laying here. Dang it. Well, I don't have much choice what I can do there, guys. Dang it. So I guess we'll just put a little extra silicone back in that corner, I guess. Dang. Okay. That's down. Guess with that rubber there's not a. It's not as bad as what I thought. Okay. Put a little extra right there. There. Got this up here on front already. So oops, sorry guys. The gasket's not playing nice here. Funky rubber, and I don't want to stay where I want to put it.
Seth, will you run a 28 of 874 Young Charles Henry, I believe, 874 Young Charles Henry? Let me know when it comes back on. 10-4, 44.
Okay.
So that shows a white 94 Dodge Dakota truck to a Brian Craft 210 Oak Avenue, Lytton. Expiration 12/2014, 1074.
Okay, we got extra in the corners.
10-4.
Find the rig wet pan off. I wish this one would just stay put. Tell you, I just don't want to play nice. Okay. Yep. Nah. Actually, I want to go get my hands in the cleaner. Get that crap off. Real smart. Wipe your hands with what you just tried cleaning off. Yeah. A little going on the oil pump. All right. Rear seal's playing nice. Front seal you can see is not. So we'll.
Back on 217 Second Street. I have 3 vehicles for you when ready.
Go ahead.
So first one will be an Excel, EXCEL, fifth wheel motorhome.
Heck, they're even tagging the motorhomes. Holy crap. Somebody must piss somebody off. Eh.
Go ahead.
First one will be a Chrysler 300M. Then will be 2 Charles, 3 Henry, Edward, 6
Okay.
George,
Let's see, where is
Young,
it?
Henry, item 99536. Second one will be a Chevy Monte Carlo. Then will be 1 George 1, Adam 03799, Edward 200855.
10-4.
Now that corner is working out good, so didn't like doing it that way, but really don't have much choice when
Second County 817.
the gasket don't fit right.
817, second.
Those last 2 vehicles had no plates, flat tires, and both hoods were popped.
Wonder what year that Monte Carlo is.
748.
Come on. Like I said, sometimes things go smooth and sometimes they don't. I do like the newer Chevys when they come out with that extra bar that goes in here. Suppose if I had the metal in my plasma and a plasma cutter and the time and patience, I could sit here and make one. Come here. Come here. Not one. Come on. Oh, okay, got it. That dang bolt's not cooperating. Really? You can't count bolts evidently. I know, I put everything in the other side. Huh. You got extras. Oh, duh. I don't have that many extras. Huh. Alright. Well. Okay, I'll go around and get the other side just snugged and kind of confused what I put in for bolts because I've got 4 left over. Yeah. And I had this marked timing cover and timing cover, oil pan, and yeah, so I'm just going to go until I see the silicone start to ooze. I'd fall too right now. There, I guess. I just got to finish tightening this up, I guess, instead of making a real ass long video about me wrenching here. You pretty much know what I'm doing here, so. Alright. Now there you go. So we got good squeeze out around that. That's sealed. No, excuse me, sorry guys. See, it just started pushing out is what I wanted. So then see, we got a nice push out there. I'll take my finger and, well, actually I'll just take my thumb and finger and smooth that off. But there we go. Oh, that kind of does look cool. Well, we'll get her spun up, right? And I'm going to look at the lifters I got. I'll let that dry. Look at the lifters I got and see if I got the set that I want to use in here, or if I'm going to have to figure out how to get some lifters. So, alright. That's what I touch you. Oh yeah. Alright. Oh, you know, this really bites. I've got a set of lifters here that are brand new. And they were in a Rhodes lifters box. And you know, these have been laying around here long enough. I have forgotten what I've done. See, I really don't know if these are Rhodes lifters, because Rhodes lifters, once they had grooves in them. And I can't remember if I used the Rhodes lifters. Oh, here's a picture of the box. Picture. I can't remember. See how the Rhodes are? See, I can't remember if I use these use these Rhodes in a motor and kept the stock ones. Because if they are Rhodes lifters, there's just a hair difference in setting them. But I mean, they're brand new. They haven't been on anything. So,
343 Henry.
I guess I don't know. I know they're new, so I'm okay, but I guess if I got a little valve clatter when I start it, then I know what I got to do. Really? Come on. So, I guess I'll be the next thing. Oh, I better put that plug back in. And that is on... Huh? Oh, yeah, it's on the right side. Okay, I gotta get the drain plug back in. And before I forget that, because then we'll start putting the lifters and the valve train on. So I guess set you up here and turn you up. So all right, well, I guess I'm gonna blow these down, make sure there ain't no styrofoam in that, and get them up here in the package so I can get to them, and I guess we'll proceed with that. I'm kind of thinking this set is from stock, because I had a kid come to me years ago and I did a motor, and actually these might have, no, he never used them. I don't remember. All I know is I'm going to use them now, so okay. Alrighty guys, well, let's see, that's laying right there, my trusty bottle of white lithium grease. So I'll get over here. I gotta be careful. I'll look these over, but again, here we go. I put that on there nice and thick, wipe it on there, and try and drop them down in there with that big lob on there so that puts more on the cam again. And I guess before I rotate the motor, I think we're going to end up making me an oil pump driver, which means I gotta go find some oil. And we'll pressurize the system. And make sure we don't have any leaks, and then I'll push oil into the lifters. Like I said, guys, I've used this white lithium grease many a time. And since I didn't hot rod this motor, I guess if I have this motor and it comes when it's wore out and I decide to build it, then I got the holes for the standpipes to go in. But since this is just being done stock wise, I'm not worried about putting my standpipes in this time. Okay. I'm glad I had these lifters, because boy, have you guys seen the price of lifters lately. So. Well, I think I'll cut you off right here, because we're just adding up a lot of time doing the same thing over and over, so I'll be back. Okay, well, we're going to start sliding push rods in, guys. Come on. Guys and gals, I should say. I keep forgetting to say that. Now then I'll just a few at a time. And always look down through them. Make sure there's no way in heck I'm gonna make sure they're all clear and clean. One time I did that to a motor, and it wouldn't run right. I couldn't get the. That's how I did that. And we couldn't get the oil to top in. Well, father-in-law's like, "Did you check this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And we rechecked, and every one of the push rods were plugged with carbon. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." He's like, "Well, there's the reason it won't work." I'm like, yeah. So.
121 that time.
Okay.
Also, if you're 1043 on page DMF to 115 North 9th Street, subject had a seizure with lethargy.
So.
And for 1214.
I've got you guys in there yet. Alrighty. Well, I guess it's time to get the rocker arms blowed off and dried off. And what else? Rocker arms, the nuts and everything, get that all dried and cleaned, and then we'll be ready to put those on and start setting my valves. Kind of. But I might have to find, like I said, find a distributor and make a new oil pump driving. Find some oil or go get some. Alright, I'll be back. Kind of hard to find you guys a view to help me do this, but I got her. But actually now, I put a little bit on those, because boy, one time we didn't do this. Boy, did that make a squeal. Scared the shit out of us. We thought we screwed her up for sure, but
440, 1222.
Semi-trailer, Indiana.
okay.
SM, F-Rank, 930, A Adam, and Nora, Indiana. SF,
This is new cam lifters. These were not kept in order. So.
trailer plate, SM, F-Rank, 930, A Adam.
Weather's getting nicer because the cops are really out today.
Or
I'm glad I'm here.
stand by for the number.
I really hate what kind of trouble this Camaro's going to get me into. It shouldn't, because
142, you ready for that?
alrighty. There's those. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, with the white lithium grease. And actually I'll squirt a little oil, but just to make sure there is something there. Like I said, guys, once I started doing this, I stopped having lots of problems. I know some of you may not agree with that, but as I've said in the other videos, this is stuff I've done. It's tried and true and worked for me. I guess it necessarily doesn't mean it works for the next guy, but Hey, just putting it out there.
Storm 142, 1028 by day.
Yeah.
Storm 42, something like that. 1, J. John, C. Victor, 4, 8, C. Zebra, W. William, 9, W. William, L. Lincoln, 4,
Let's see. What else can we? No, I don't want to turn that damn thing down. You don't need to be hearing all that. As long as they ain't looking for me, I don't care, I guess, today. It's nice to not hear have my furnace running. I'd open the door, but the wind's out of the wrong direction, and I'm like, you know what? It's cool in here. Or I let the heat in, because I'll be wanting to cool here in another while. I was watching the news and I took off. But and I can tell you right now, I'm going to have some people say, oh, that's not right. Well, I haven't had it fail. The way I set my valves, some of you are going to go, what? Yeah, just something I done, and I don't know. I've always run good. And since this is a hydraulic, that's what I'm talking about on the hydraulic solid lifters. Well, everybody know you use feeler gauge set those, and okay. Now, oh yeah, here's another good thing to remember to do is your dipstick guide tube. I guess that's what I call it. That goes down in the block. You got to drive her down a little. Okay, that's in there. You forget that, and then you have run a risk of your dipstick getting wound up in your crankshaft and ripped all to hell. Yeah, that's happened. Not to me, but it's happened to somebody else. They left that out and wondered why the motor made all sorts of racket, and yeah, it wrapped up in the crankshaft. So not sure how that works, but I guess that's still down in that piece of steel down in there flapping in the wind. I suppose someone's going to grab it. So, alright, I know this is racking up time, so I'm going to finish putting the nuts on, and then we'll go through setting the few, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, now this is the way I got number one where it should be, both down, and this is what I do. Keep the ratchet up, and I keep checking. See how much slap I got? And when I just fill it, stop a little, then I go quarter turn. Since these have not been pumped up yet, I sit there and spin the push rod until I feel fill resistance. quarter turn. And then go to number, oh, other way. Yeah, must be 180 off what I want to be. Okay. Number 1. Number 8's down. So that's how I set the valves. I just spin it and I gotta run those down. So I know everybody's got their own way of setting valves and that. This is my way, so not saying it's correct, but I guess instead of racking up a lot of time, I mean, I'm probably half hour long already and don't even realize it. So okay, well, get her done. Okay, guys and gals, getting ready to put the harmonic balancer on. I got the valves all set for initial startup and that. And like I said, see, this doesn't have a bad groove there, but the way that gasket is, it's going to be in a new spot. So, just going to double check something here. Yep, I'm really close. Okay, close enough. Well, here's the tool that you need to put the harmonic balancer on. And the way this one works, no, cat. That's not a scratching post. Darn cat. Okay. Cat's out to kill my okay, maybe it is the yeah. Okay. I'll just do that. Be quicker. Gotta pay attention to which bolts you're using. I'm working a small block, not big block. So duh. So, okay. Okay, there's that. Slide that on. Start that. And goes the roller bearing, then the washer to protect the roller bearing. So, that's the same either way. So. Okay. The only thing 5/8 is for is to help keep it from moving. Another thing, I've seen guys do it, you do not want to beat on the face of this. Because it does a few things. If you hit the wrong spot, you screw up your thread holes. If you beat too much where your pulley sets into your crank, there's a little lip that rolls in there, your pulley won't go on right. Or what you end up doing is beating it hard enough and you break the connection between that rubber and the harmonic balancer, and she comes loose and wobbles around and you can't get your timing mark, and eventually it breaks off. And yes, I have seen it. Seen a modified do that at the racetrack, and he about lost his foot over that one. Harmonic balancer exploded off the front of the motor down the front straightaway. Chunk of it come through the firewall, hit him in the bottom of his foot. The other chunk went down under the car, come up, missed the fuel tank, caught the fuel door, and ripped it off the car. And you looked at the harmonic balance pieces, you could see that it had been severely beat at one time. And he said it was a motor he claimed. And he says that's probably the last time he's claiming a motor, because that hurt. Because he got in and he couldn't hardly walk. He got out of the car, stepped on his foot, and he dropped to the ground, and yeah, he was hurting. Yep, we're there now. harmonic balancer's on. Hate to say it, now I'm down to figuring out what I'm going to do for intake. I just haven't figured that out. Because I'd like to have this all sealed up, because the pulleys that go on this, now I got thinking I haven't seen it. And I was sure I kept it. The water pump. Not that I was going to reuse that water pump, but core wise. So cool. And here's proof. This is a 4-inch bore motor, and there was a lot of motors. Everybody got into the assumption. Fat, small harmonic balancer, automatic was a 305. I hate to know how many motors I threw away thinking they were 305s. And then guys come up with the idea, you know, the 305s were the same crank as a 350. You could take a 350 crank and put it in a 305 and it would run okay. But if you took that same 305 crank, which is the same, put it in the 350, she'd shake, rattle, and roll. The reason but was because since the 305 had smaller pistons, they needed to lighten the counterweights. So then guys got thinking, oh, we got a lighter weight crank, we can start using the lightweight pistons. Well, in theory it pretty much worked, but you still had to do the balancing and everything. So then a lot of guys started grabbing the 305s. And I wouldn't mind having a 305 again. I'd do it like I did the last one. The last 305 I done, one head had 194 1.5 valves, and the other head, no, they weren't even that big. Because 305s ran smaller valves. Maybe, I don't know. I had a 194 head on one side and a 1.8 something. I can't. Had two different size intake valves, but had the same size exhaust valves. That little piston motor ran. So, all right, there is what we've pretty much got a long block now. Here, come here. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are seeing. All the valve trains in. If you look at the nuts, they're all pretty much same height, about the same height as what factory was. So yeah, if I had my intake and those other galley plugs for the back of the motor and my oil pump primer, which I don't have any old motors around here anymore. I might have to look, well, there's a place not too far away that sells racing parts. But, yeah. I guess I don't know what else we can do now. I mean, I've ran out of parts. That intake I'm not too thrilled on. Oops. Sorry. There we go. No, you're not. Oh, just come here. Yeah. Well, the intake I'm not too thrilled on. That's what I was saying. Sorry for taking so long to get that adjusted, but I thought that intake was in better shape when I sent it down, but I guess I didn't see that. And my other intake that I had that would have worked evidently got lighter than air and disappeared. So I can't find that. I really don't want to paint the intake that I put on if I'm going to get a nice clean aluminum. Maybe I should go get some of the scrap aluminum I got out here, practice with my welder a little more, and maybe take the die grinder, clean that up, and weld that up, and take that intake somewhere and have somebody resurface it. So, well, I guess we could put the valve covers on. Yeah, I gotta wipe those down, blow them out really good. Just put the valve covers on and we got a long block minus the intake. So, because then I'll have to get a carb kit. I did find another 4-barrel I got under the bench. Hopefully to fix the one that was on here. I know, Iron Man, you want me to put a Holly on, but this bear can't just can't do it right now. I want to, but I can't. So I'm using up parts I had laying around here, which is okay. But I got that 4-bolt main back there I want to do. And I'm still thinking on how I'm going to do that one. But hey, also, anybody out there that's a machinist, by the way, or in the machine shops, and you press wrist pins, you press the pistons off. Does anybody have or know where I can just get that stuff to hold the piston, and so I can push, or have made something to give me an idea how I can make it? As at $8 a pop to have the pistons pressed off and put back on them. Like, Jesus, I'd rather talk them down than, okay, I'll give you $3 to install them again. But I guess if I can get where I press them on and off, then I might look into a rod heater and go into installing them myself. Because I mean, it's not that hard. If I need to have the wrist pins loosen up a little, I can have somebody do that, get them, because there's sometimes I've had to do that and get somebody to do that for me. And I said that, didn't I? Then I'd go into putting my own pistons on, which would be okay, I guess. So, well, I think I am going to put the valve covers on. I don't know why I've got extra bolts that don't go to the oil pan or valve covers. Well, I know 2 of them I think go to the fuel plate cover, but where the other 2 come from? Oh, probably those heat shields, because I still had those on here when I tore this down, so I might have thrown those bolts in here. But anyway, I guess we'll go from there. Yeah, I know to you it doesn't seem like anything, but I guess I got a battery flashing, so I guess this is where we're at. We got it all assembled, but having a hard time deciding what I'm going to do with this intake. So, I mean, she's pretty pitted up bad, so. But it's flashing. I'm going to try and finish off. So, this is part 6, so now I'm down to an intake dilemma, so we'll go from there. So, alright, we'll talk to you later. Bye.